So one of my favorite effects apps is Flux FX. And how I use it a lot of the time is in real time passing through. So I use this as like an effects box or an effects unit. And I'll usually do it with my pedal steel over here, where I'm firing it through and I can have loops happening while I'm being able to play with the pedal steel or with drums. And you can just, if you want some overdrive, you drag it on there and you're good to go. And then you can randomly have that happen on its own with trying the effects of it all. Loop, and then you go over, you have delays. You can have it randomly happening, or you can play a sequencer, so you have 16 possible sequences of, so this could be number 1, and then this could be number 2, and this could be number 3, and then there's a random button as well, to be able to just, it happens automatically for you. The great thing, once again, about the iOS world is there seems to be always a common theme of a paint by numbers scenario where you don't have to think about it too much. You just press a few buttons and it does it for you. And whether you like it or not is up to you, but there's definitely more of an AI presence with interacting with what the computer thinks you want or might think what you want. And this just has a lot of killer concepts in here that really inspires me when I start to manipulate the loops or have stuff that just keeps coming back into play and being able to play with that I would have not had just in the acoustic world.
Like what?
Now we're getting into examples.
Okay.
So like if I'm going from an A chord to an E chord or an E chord to an A chord, and I want to have a bit of a modal vibe in there. I could press a loop button right when I'm on the E chord and hit that root note. And then when I'm hitting over to the A, it's still carrying through. And then I can drift modally if I want. That's just one example. Here's a great example of a mic pre you can pick up. It won't be an interface for your iPad or your computer, but you get 4 in. Once again, you could be recording real time into Aria, doing high pass and low pass filter effects.